In this video I'm going to walk you through my solo flawless Grasp of Avarice run. But before we do that, I just want to give you a quick rundown of the build. So solo Warlock with the Apotheosis Veil and Dragon's Breath. So obviously Well of Radiance. Healing Rift, you could swap that out for Phoenix Dive. Celestial Fire, I find this just a more reliable melee. Fusion Grenade, obviously for that Apotheosis Veil super synergy. Empyrean, just to extend the duration of restoration. Ashes, which will synergize well with the Dragon's Breath and any sort of Scorch abilities we have. So again, back with the Scatter Signal, the Apocal integration, and like I said, the Dragon's Breath. It's my seasonal artifact mods. It's got Time Dilation, which is going to synergize with the Solar Weapon Surge on my boots. And just whatever resistance mods you want. You could even change it for Charged Up or anything else you feel more comfortable with. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love the music for the intro of this dungeon. I think it's great. So again, if you're attempting a solo flawless, I'm assuming you obviously know the mechanics. So I think it's about 50 or 60 Burdens of Riches to activate the cave. So while this bit plays out, who else is hyped for the Onslaught Into the Light update next week? Let me know in the comments down below. Personally, I'm most looking forward to the Horde mode or the Onslaught. I absolutely loved Onslaught, Horde mode, sorry, on the Gears of War 2 and 3 back in the day. So as you can see now, obviously hopefully you can see the way the build is playing out. Especially in like ad dense areas, you can scorch multiple targets just from the incandescent on the hand cannon, which will obviously then give me spawn fire sprites so I can get restoration. Ember of Empyrean now will actually extend restoration up to a total of 15 seconds, and walking into a fire sprite will extend your restoration by, I believe it's 2 seconds now. So for that bit, as you can see, I just like to get the Shrieker out of the way first. Chuck a rocket down on them, just run past them all. You could also just run past those enemies, but again, this is flawless. You want to try and make it as safe as you can when you can. So this bit's simple enough, as long as you know obviously which traps to avoid. So for this bit, you just want to fall really carefully, and then Icarus dash over to the ledge if you need to. Obviously, I know the Warlock's jump is the worst of the 3 classes, so believe me when I say I did die there on more than one occasion when attempting this. And just for reference, the traps buttons, they never change or anything like that, so if you are a bit newer to the game, you don't have to worry about that. The traps are always the same. Obviously in these rooms you just have to be careful of the Cursed Thralls and the the foot plates, which will spawn spikes. And again, they're always in the same places as well, so they don't change on different runs or anything. If you have like an eager edge sword, you can't actually like skip this bit entirely. You can just like jump from this area back to the beginning. But unfortunately, I don't have one of those, so I have to do the long way around. And then for the Shrieker, you just want to just chuck a grenade at him, have a blueberry. So nothing too complicated here. Obviously, you're just making your way to the first encounter. Just need to be careful of the ledges here. And this wizard, I don't know about you, but for me he's always just suicidal, so you can either put him out of his misery before he goes down there, or just let him fall. Entirely your choice. And right here I shoot the first secret chest. If you didn't know, just jump up and get it. And if you didn't know about that secret chest, consider leaving it a subscribe. So it's entirely up to you for this, but you can either leave this Scorch Cannon here where you found it after you open this door, or you can take it with you to the first encounter. It's entirely up to you, personal preference. It won't make the run. It doesn't save you too much time, but it saves you a little bit of time. So here we go, onto the first boss, the Ogre. So again, just with the Solar Reserve mod swap there, get as much ammo as you can for your Dragon's Breath. So you don't actually need to, but I actually kill the Acolytes here and get some Burdens of Riches on the crystals. To activate the boss damage, you need 25 Burdens of Riches in total. So as you can see, I got 4. So let's run them back now. So obviously I only need 21 now to activate the damage phase. As sometimes when you're doing the 2 rooms you might miss an enemy, or they might just not, you might just be a few burdens short, so if you get those in there, you can guarantee that way you can get the damage phase without having to do another riches run. So what I do there, obviously I have 1 scorch cannon left, so let's open the door. And that scorch cannon fallen I just killed there, he's obviously carrying a scorch cannon, so he's not going to, another one's not going to spawn in now until I obviously pick up that scorch cannon he just dropped. So when you enter these rooms, every 10 burdens of riches you actually pick up, it will actually you'll regenerate your super, so just keep that in mind, so don't be afraid to use your supers here. Also, it'll help you out massively for survivability and damage. And try not to kill the enemies too quickly, just because obviously if you don't get to the riches in time, they'll despawn. Be extra aware obviously the time, as I wasn't then. I almost ruined this solo run there. If you want to be safe, you could easily, after the first room, you could easily go back to the crystals, deposit what you have, and then come into the second room. But if you just want to get it done a little bit quicker, then obviously just do the way I just showed you on screen, but just be mindful of the time. So now we have enough burdens. Go back to the crystals. Kill all the trolls, you don't want them in your way when you're trying to do damage to the ogre. So once it's done, wait for the immunity bar to drop off the ogre. As soon as it drops, hit him with Dragon's Breath and the abilities. Once you pop your Apotheosis Veil super, you can just, as you can see now, just spam with supers and Dragon's Breath. Once the super recharge rate is dropped off, obviously to swap back and forth your fusion rifle and your Dragon's Breath. And there we go, that's 1 damage phase and just over half health, though. That's good going. And for this, as you can see, you don't have to jump up on top, you can just grab it from underneath, so you don't get pounded by the ogre. When you do drop your scorch cannon, make sure you go back and pick it up every now and then, just because if you leave it too long it'll despawn. Like I said, don't rush to kill the enemies. As I say, if I killed them like previously, his engrams, or his riches, sorry, might have already despawned. I would have lost out on 3. Again, this time I can actually see I have plenty of time. So there we go, now I have 25 riches, go back to the crystals, and ready for the second and final damage phase. So exactly the same, chuck a rift on this for the survivability, play any thralls or acolytes are about. wait for that immunity bar to drop off before you start firing or use your super. Sometimes it drops off quick, sometimes it takes a bit longer, so just, like I said, just be careful. You don't want to waste your super or your rockets. And there we go, that is the first boss down. Now we're going on to arguably the hardest part of the dungeon, just because it's time gated. I don't know about you, I just find timed tasks, can just sometimes be a bit more challenging. I actually did this bit on my on the Skimmer. I just found, whether it's just because it was smaller and less of a target to hit, or it has more health than the Sparrow, I'm not really sure, but I felt like when I was doing it with the Sparrows, they were just dying way too quickly. So I actually used a Skimmer here, and it just looks much cooler too. And the Skimmer obviously helps for this bit as well, so once you drive through here, as you'll see in a minute, just before you land you can actually just fly over to the point without risking like landing and blowing yourself up. So that's my advice there. If you have the Skimmer, use the Skimmer. And the best of luck to you if you don't. Yeah, I'll be honest, I got a bit disorientated there. Sorry, I can't speak today. So for this bit, probably the most boring part of the dungeons I've done so far. And as you'll see in a couple of minutes here, I royally F this up. Obviously I'll leave all the timestamps below, so if you're confident on this bit, feel free to skip ahead to the final boss. If you just want to have a watch, obviously feel free. So obviously my only tip for this bit is really just as soon as this sort of encounter starts, just look for which platform the servitor's on, and just head up there as quick as you can. There's no really fast way around this encounter. It's just rinse and repeat basically until the fallen shield is down. You have to do four servitor bombs you have to shoot the shield with. And each of these servitor shields take 20 witches to drop the shields on the servitors. The Shanks won't actually drop the witches, it's only the dregs and the captains. As you can see, no problem with survivability. I obviously have a rift on standby, but the restoration times one from the fire sprites is doing a good enough job on its own. There you go, so 20 riches, shields are down on the servitor. This is completely my bad, obviously I killed him here. I should have killed him or tried to wait till he was actually inside, because you're about to see a huge mistake on my behalf. Yep, I just did that. I actually thought it was just right down to where you couldn't get it, but I obviously realised too late that it was still actually on a ledge. If I had noticed that when it happened, I may have been able to save this, but as you can see, I was a bit unsure of whether to go down there or not. I didn't know if it was like a death zone or something. So if I had more time, and again, I probably could have got her over to the grav lift. But unfortunately, yet again, I knock it off the edge. So obviously that slows me down massively. Like I said, guys, I'm just going to leave this bit play out. I'll join back with you in the final boss. It's me again. So right for the final boss now. I think I managed to comfortably take him out in 3 phases. So what I tried to do, I tried to sort of lure the boss out, and then the Shank Sniper and the Vandal spawn up just after him. So I tried also just blast him with my Dragon's Breath and the super, but as you can see I almost died straight away. So quickly backed out of there. That's probably the most annoying part about this encounter is that Shank Sniper and the Vandal. That was an epic fail with the Dragon's Breath, but I do get him, I promise. So I focus on the Sniper Shank first, obviously he's the bigger threat. Obviously the dregs are more of a pest than anything, they're not, you know, they're not too threatening. And for this it takes 60 Burdens of Riches to actually activate the boss damage. So just bear that in mind. So I was doing a little bit of ad clear before I start spawning in the riches. Again, obviously you just need to be careful of the time. Which again, I obviously wasn't. So again, just a bit of a panic super there. I do manage to also kill these Vandal. And I think he dropped 10 riches. So the riches timer actually refreshes when you pick up another riches, and or if you go to the deposit the burden by riches, you when you deposit them by the crystals, the timer actually stops. So hopefully that can potentially save your life. Yeah, I don't know why my score kind of goes lower than what I'm actually aiming. And as you can see, the riches don't actually bloody, they don't just disappear, they actually explode and push others off the edge as well, so you need to try and be as fast as you can. So again, while you're depositing the crystals, or the riches, sorry, you can actually just take out the ads as much as you can before the damage phase, just to get some fire off you. And once he spawns, you just want to repeat what you did to the ogre earlier. Attack him with the melee and the grenade before I obviously pop the super, just so I can get an extra melee and a grenade out of it. And also with the revitalizing blast seasonal artifact perk, it actually does a 15% debuff to weaken champions and bosses. So there we go, that's damage phase 1. I'm already down half health. And after every damage phase, the Sniper Shank and the Invis Vandal respawn. There'll just be a way of them when they after each damage phase. Those slow mines are really annoying. So as long as you kill the Scorch Cannon Vandal, as long as you don't pick up the Scorch Cannon, it'll actually stay there, you know, indefinitely. So just take him out of the picture and just leave it there until you're ready to go pick it up. I'm just doing some ad clear obviously now and trying to get some more heavy ammo. So again, whenever you're doing this gathering the riches phase, just be careful of the timer. You don't want to fail on the final boss because of the time run out. You know, if my character hadn't just mantled up to the ledge there, I probably would have actually been able to get some of those riches. So I probably could have gone back down to the bottom here and just killed some ads and just spawned some more riches, but after the close call in the first damage phase I was obviously being a bit more cautious. You can definitely spawn the riches in faster than what I'm doing, but again, it's a flawless run. I don't want to, or I didn't want to risk dying at the time. Yeah, it was a pretty close call there, I'll be honest. So again, while you're dropping the riches, kill as many ads as you can. Wait for this immunity bar to go off. Little advantage here as well, if he does stand there, obviously you have the wall behind him, so if your dragon's bet does happen to miss, it should still do good damage to him. So as you can see by the health, this is the last time I have to kill this stupid sniper shank. I was hoping I'd get a solid 2 phase on him as well, like the Ogre, but unfortunately I didn't pull that off. And that can happen as well. The Scorch Cannon guy can actually fall off the edge like he just did there. But don't worry, he will spawn back in. So he won't ruin your run if that happens to you. I thought it was safer just to finish him there after what happened last time, so if they are near an edge and they're finishable, just finish them off. They'll drop the cannon exactly where they die. I don't know what that Invis Vandal was doing over on the left side there, but so I think he obviously threw me off there. As you can see, the time is really going down now, and I'm really cutting it fine. And I managed just to grab one at the last second there. Please don't play as risky as that. I'll be completely honest, after that little close call there, I think I just completely panicked at this point. As you can see, the timer's going down again. Really cutting it fine. So if there's no riches around, obviously just run to the crystals and deposit them, the time will freeze. So on this like third and final run of the riches, I should have definitely, before I even started using the Scorch Cannon, I should have just killed the Invis Vandal back when he was in the middle. As you can see, as soon as he come over to the left side with me, then he completely threw off, almost cost me the entire run. So that's my advice for you, just make sure you kill the Sniper Shank and the Invis Vandal in the middle. Just to make it a lot less stressful for yourselves. So I left him there just because I knew I'd have a wild radiance. And my super, and he had such little health, I just knew he'd die quick enough. And there we go, guys. That is the solo flawless Grasp of Avarice. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked the build. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and a sub if it helps you out. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.